All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from Heartland Ladies Wrestling. It is great to be here on this Saturday afternoon, bringing you championship wrestling action courtesy of Filsinger Games Legends of Wrestling. I do love this game, and we have three exciting ladies matches for you here tonight, including two championship matches. To kick things off, we will see the Mistress of Mayhem Championship. This is the secondary ladies championship in Heartland Championship Wrestling, and it is no disqualification, no count out, no holds barred, fight to the finish. Your champion, SARAYA Knight, will be defending against TESSA Blanchard in tonight's opening contest. After that, we will have tag team action, a #1 contenders match for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. Two very experienced and savvy teams, the team of BALESPIN, XANDRA BALE and KC Spinelli, taking on the team known as Paradise Lost, Courtney Rush and Dust. And in our main event tonight, it will be the Heartland Ladies Championship. SHERRI Martel is your dominant champion, and she will defend against a very tough challenger indeed in Mercedes Martinez. So that is your card for this afternoon's action. Let's go ahead and kick things off with our first title match of the night, as SARAYA Knight defends the Mistress of Mayhem Championship against TESSA Blanchard, and this one could turn into a Donnybrook. Starting things off, we are going to have one update to the house rules. In the previous matches, I have been using a 3-count pin rule on pinfall attempts when the victim has fewer than 3 fatigue tokens to kind of knock out some of the surprise, snake eyes shock victories. And although I kind of like that rule, I am going to use that rule only for pinfalls that do not occur as a result of a finisher. If a wrestler hits a finisher, we are going to do that as a 1-count single die roll. We'll save the 3-count pinfalls for situations where the wrestler being pinned has fewer than 3 fatigue tokens and has not been hit by a finisher. So that is a new modification to a house rule, and with that, let's get things started. It is the purple die will represent TESSA Blanchard on the initiative roll, as TESSA Blanchard takes the initiative, and her opening move is going to be a whip to the turnbuckle. Into the turnbuckle goes SARAYA Knight, and on a roll of 6, SARAYA is going to revert. SARAYA is a turnbuckle A, and on a roll of 6, it is SARAYA who lifts a knee to the head of the charging TESSA Blanchard, and SARAYA quickly takes control. SARAYA with a pounding series of forearms into TESSA, pinning her back against the corner. Continuing to pound away with those forearms, TESSA finally fires back with a back elbow and follows that up with a drop kick exploding out of the corner. She got out of there with a back elbow and then nailed SARAYA with a drop kick. SARAYA takes a step back and they hook up once again. And this time it is TESSA who is going to attempt the vertical suplex off of that lockup. She gets her up, over, and down to the canvas hard. Down goes SARAYA Knight. TESSA Blanchard is in control. And TESSA is going to come back with a whip to the ropes. SARAYA goes into the ropes. On a roll of 6, SARAYA drops down. TESSA Blanchard comes over, and on a roll of 10, it is a running double clothesline. Both women go down. SARAYA sprang off of those ropes. Both women had the same thing in mind, that double clothesline, knocking each other down to the canvas. The decision goes to the wrestler with the better ropes rating, and that is Tessa. So Tessa is first to her feet. And it is Tessa who is in control as we say hello to Brandon Baker at ringside. What's Tessa going to do? She goes for a senton bomb off the top turnbuckle, nailing Saraya Knight, and Saraya is hurt. Saraya is slow to get to her feet as Tessa is in control. And now it is Tessa who is going to go for a running neck breaker. That requires a choice roll. She's going to need 8 or lower to hit this running neck breaker. And on a roll of 6, she hits it. She nails Saraya with that neck breaker. And Saraya is still hurt. She's going to try that neck breaker a second time. And on a roll of 7, she hits it. And this time, Saraya is going to go out of the ring. To the arena floor we go. This is going to be exciting. Both these ladies are A-rated brawlers on the arena floor. And on a roll of 7, A7, the wrestler with the better ring rating wins the brawl. They both have the A, so that means the wrestler on offense, in this case Tessa Blanchard, maintains control. Tessa, one of the few women on the planet who can go toe-to-toe with Saraya Knight in a brawl. And what's Tessa going to do now? She hits the senton bomb again, and again Saraya goes out to ringside. And again, we have a brawl at ringside, and again, it is Tessa holding her own in that brawl and maintaining control. Tessa has controlled the action here for the first several minutes. Can she put Saraya down for an actual victory? She's going to go for a trapped leg code breaker, driving her knees into the chest of Saraya, and Saraya's going out of the ring once again. Saraya wants to conduct this match on the arena floor. And we're going to not have any shenanigans yet, but on a roll of 8, it is Tessa who's going to bring Saraya back in the hard way, flipping her up over and down to the canvas with a vertical suplex over the top rope. Saraya is down, and this time it is going to be a death jump attempt. Tessa is going up on top. She's going to try for a jumping cutter. And on a roll of 11, it is a jumping cutter that is successful and a pin attempt. This will be a 3-count pin. This is not a finisher. But on a roll of 9, Saraya kicks out at the count of 1. But Tessa has connected on the first fatigue token of the match. Can she keep up the momentum? Here's a senton bomb again off the top rope. Saraya is staggered. And now a short arm clothesline from Tessa puts Saraya back down onto the canvas. Tessa keeping the pressure on. She's going to go for that running neck breaker once again. But on a roll of 10, Saraya gets out the back door that time. And it is Saraya who is able to take over control and just rakes the eyes of Tessa. Oh my goodness. Saraya trying to get a break here. Rakes the eyes of Tessa. Tessa's going to fire right back. And she's going to try again on that running neck breaker. And once again, Saraya is able to power out of that one. And Saraya once again goes to the eyes. This is a no-hold-barred, anything-goes match, and Saraya is not afraid to do whatever it takes to maintain control of her championship belt, as Saraya again goes to the eyes. Tessa backing away, and this time it is Saraya cornering Tessa and pummeling her with a series of punches to the midsection. Saraya pulling out the rough stuff. She has survived that opening attack by Tessa. And now pounding Tessa to the side of the head with a series of forearms as Tessa is trapped in the corner. And once again, Saraya goes to the eyes. It is getting nasty between these two in a hurry as Saraya continues to pound away with those forearms. And now a boot choke. Saraya is going to the choke with the boot. She's going to need a choice roll, and she connects on the choice roll to continue choking her down with that boot. And Tessa is still trapped and helpless in the corner. And now back to the eyes goes Saraya. She is pulling out every dirty trick in the book. And finally, Tessa has had enough of that. And she comes back with another back elbow smash, knocking Saraya back out to the center of the ring. And Tessa with a running drop kick puts Saraya down on the canvas. Great back and forth action here. And now it is Tessa who is going to go for the short arm clothesline to take SARAYA down to the canvas. TESSA follows that up with another short arm clothesline. SARAYA goes down once again. SARAYA back to her feet. And TESSA with a whip to the corner and a hard elbow smash against the corner pad. SARAYA takes that hard elbow to the side of the head, and she is staggered back against the corner. Knee strikes from TESSA, pounding on SARAYA in the corner. TESSA now with another big elbow smash, and SARAYA is going to fire back with a reversal and pound away at TESSA with her forearms. These two are just pounding the stuffings out of each other. TESSA follows up with a whip to the turnbuckle. SARAYA comes off the turnbuckle. She is an A rating off the turnbuckle, and this time she bounces forward off the turnbuckle, and on a roll of 5, it is SARAYA who nails TESSA Blanchard with a skull-crushing running lariat. Down goes TESSA to the mat hard, and TESSA is slow to get to her feet. Both these ladies have been pummeling each other for several minutes here, as we say hello to Philip Reynolds and Tribe Fan, and we are seeing dirty tactics from both these ladies here, as SARAYA goes back and begins to work on the midsection again, pounding away with those body shots, weakening TESSA. TESSA fires back with a high vertical suplex over, up, and down to the canvas goes SARAYA, and now both ladies are down. Slow to get to their feet. TESSA gets to her feet first, and it is another back elbow smash from TESSA. SARAYA gets out of the way of this one, and SARAYA fires right back and picks up TESSA and takes her down with a side suplex, and out of the ring goes TESSA. TESSA's going to take things out to the arena floor now. And on a roll of 8, it is TESSA who has to helplessly crawl back into the ring where SARAYA is waiting. These two have just been beating the snockers out of each other, and SARAYA is going to take it out of the ring once again. And no shenanigans yet. We do have a table when they get out of the ring often enough. But this time it is just going to be SARAYA bringing TESSA back into the ring with a knee smash to the gut, rolling her back into the ring. And SARAYA now is going to go for a drop kick against the corner. TESSA in the corner. SARAYA comes out of the corner and nails her with a drop kick hard into the corner, and TESSA goes down. SARAYA now with the opportunity for a submission hold. She's going to try the bridled rocking horse. And on a roll of snake eyes, TESSA will have to tap out to this, but on a roll of 10, TESSA stays strong, and the match continues. SARAYA still in control. SARAYA now is going to pitch TESSA out of the ring once again, and on a roll of 10, we've got some shenanigans. What is going to happen now? On a roll of 10, that is Ringside Mayhem. We go to the Ringside Mayhem chart. And on a roll of 12, it is a Wild Brawl. Both wrestlers roll a gut check, as the Wild Brawl outside the ring has taken over. And on the gut check roll, it is SARAYA who wins the gut check roll. SARAYA wins the brawl on the arena floor. And that adds a point of fatigue to TESSA, as SARAYA just picked up TESSA and dropped her face first onto the ring steps. And that took the starch out of TESSA. Is TESSA going to be able to make it back into action on a roll? Oh no! On a roll of 2, that is going to be it. TESSA has been knocked out by that brawl on the arena floor, and your winner by way of a stoppage is going to be SARAYA Knight. SARAYA wins that one by stoppage, after dropping TESSA face first over the ring steps on the arena floor. In a normal ring match, that would be a count out. This is a no count out situation, but TESSA was KO'd on the arena floor and unable to continue, as SARAYA Knight has been awarded the victory on that big move outside of the ring. Your winner, and still the Mistress of Mayhem, is SARAYA Knight. And I don't think anybody can take the measure of SARAYA Knight in a brawl on the arena floor. TESSA tried her best, but after being dropped on the arena steps, TESSA was unable to continue. And that is that for the Mistress of Mayhem Championship match. All right, we say hello to Amish Elvis, now with us in the chat room. How you doing, my friend? Welcome to Heartland Ladies Wrestling here from the Dave Cave. And our next contest will be a #1 contenders match for the Heartland Ladies Championship. Ladies Tag Team Championship, excuse me. In the corner to my right, the combination known as Paradise Lost, Courtney Rush and Dust, formerly known as Angel Dust, but when she got mixed up with Courtney Rush, she was no longer an angel, and now they just call her Dust. And Courtney Rush, the leader of this team, and they will be taking on the veteran team of BALESPIN, the athletic XANDRA BALE and the powerhouse KC Spinelli. And this match will be disqualification rules. So we will have double teaming to the 5 count, and there will be 2 pin saves for each team, as indicated by the red and blue die, respectively. So here we go with our #1 contenders match. The winner of this match will get a shot at the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Champions, currently held by the team of Regeneration X, Allison Danger and Leva Bates. So here we go. Starting off will be KC Spinelli for BALESPIN and Courtney Rush for Paradise Lost, the 2 more powerful women in this match. Starting things off, they are setting up, and it is Courtney Rush who takes the opening initiative role, and she is going to come right out with an arm drag. Casey quickly back to her feet, and Courtney drops the elbow on her, puts her back down, drops the elbow on her. Casey rolls over and makes the tag to her partner XANDRA. XANDRA comes in quickly, and it is XANDRA who will try the top rope cross body, but that is a power move, so Courtney is the more powerful of the 2 wrestlers. Courtney catches her and drops her down to the canvas, and Courtney is now in control, and Courtney with a short clothesline knocks XANDRA back down to the mat. Courtney Rush follows that up with an attempted monkey flip, takes her up, over, and down. Oh, but XANDRA comes out of that feet first, and it is XANDRA who fires back, catching Courtney and taking her over and down to the mat with a head scissors. How about that? Nice reversal by XANDRA, taking Courtney down to the mat. Courtney follows that up with an attempted elbow smash. XANDRA dodges that. XANDRA is very quick. She is much quicker than Courtney, so XANDRA follows that up with a whip to the turnbuckle. Into the turnbuckle goes Courtney Rush, and on a roll of 7, it is a big kick from XANDRA, putting her back in control, as we say hello to Al, Red Sox fan, in the chat room. XANDRA BALE, with a big enziguri, stunning Courtney Rush. Courtney is staggered back into the neutral corner. XANDRA is going to follow that up with another whip to the ropes. And this time, coming off the ropes, it is a double running clothesline from both ladies. The lady with the better ropes rating will take control, and in this case they are even, so XANDRA maintains control. And XANDRA is going to have the opportunity for a level 3 offensive move here, and she is going to go for the code red, that armbar submission type move. That is not a finisher, but she is going to try and get Courtney to tap here. Count of 1. And Courtney is able to make her way to the bottom rope after that. Tag to Casey. Here comes a double team. And on a roll of 9, it is a running clothesline from Casey now into the ring, putting Casey Spinelli in control. Dust primarily wrestles as Zoe Sky now, very talented wrestler. Indeed she is. But yeah, she had a nice run in tag team action with Courtney Rush on the team Paradise Lost. KC Spinelli now into the ring. And Casey is going to go for a roaring clothesline. And that puts Courtney down to the canvas. Dust yet to tag into this match. Casey with a back elbow smash. And again, Courtney is staggered. Casey follows that up with a big body slam, taking Courtney down to the canvas once again, and Courtney this time stays down. And it is going to be a low drop kick from Casey that only got part of that one, and it is Casey who is caught off guard as Courtney comes back with a hip toss, taking Casey down to the mat. Casey tags out and Courtney tags out. So both fresh wrestlers into the ring now. Dust, a very small wrestler, 5 foot tall, 98 pounds, but she is rock solid. Comes from a military background, and you can tell that she has spent time doing lots of push-ups and pull-ups because she is one finely carved athlete. And as Amish Elvis mentions, a very talented wrestler indeed. So this time it is going to be XANDRA who takes control. And XANDRA is going to take Dust down to the mat with a headlock. And Dust is going to quickly tag Courtney back into the match, escaping that headlock, and Courtney comes in on the offense with a side headlock takeover of her own. XANDRA fires right back from that with a whip to the turnbuckle. Courtney to the turnbuckle, comes off the turnbuckle, actually grabs the arm of XANDRA and reverses the whip, and it is XANDRA who is whipped into the turnbuckle. And on a roll of 7, a big kick from Courtney Rush stuns XANDRA and knocks her backwards. Courtney follows that up with a monkey flip, up, over, and down to the canvas hard. But XANDRA is the first one to her feet, and XANDRA comes back and takes Courtney down by the legs. Can Courtney make the tag? On a roll of 8, she is unable to make the tag, and XANDRA maintains control and follows that up with another attempt at a cross body block from the top rope. Again, that is a power move, and again, Courtney by far the stronger of these two wrestlers. And Courtney catches XANDRA in midair and just slams her up overhead with a butterfly suplex. Courtney Rush has some of the best suplexes in the women's wrestling game, and she took XANDRA down that time, and she's going to follow that up with a monkey flip. XANDRA to her feet, and XANDRA follows up with that flying head scissors again. Oh, but Courtney gets out of the way of that one with a reversal, and it is Courtney with a short clothesline that takes XANDRA back down to the canvas. Back and forth we go as both these teams want to get their shot at the Ladies Tag Team Championship. It is XANDRA taking Courtney down with a headlock. Courtney follows that up and whips XANDRA off and into the turnbuckle. XANDRA goes to the turnbuckle, and oh, on a roll of 12, XANDRA bounces off the turnbuckle, and Courtney nails her with an incredible neck-breaking clothesline. Down goes XANDRA hard. Courtney in control now at level 3 offense. Here's a Northern Lights suplex up, over, and down to the canvas. Courtney follows that up with a T-bone suplex, just tossing XANDRA all over the ring. Tag to Dust. Here comes a double team. Oh, and on a roll of 3, it is a devastating double team move that fits the style of the tag team as Courtney suplexes XANDRA down to the canvas. Dust comes off the top rope with a splash, and that is going to be a point of fatigue on XANDRA, and that is going to put Dust in control. Dust with a DDT on the ring apron. That's got to hurt. As anybody who's ever watched wrestling knows, the ring apron is, let's say it all at once, the ring apron is the hardest part of the ring. And so XANDRA is stunned by that, and Dust is going to go with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes XANDRA. But no, on a roll of 3, it is Dust who sets her head too quickly. XANDRA with a running knee off of the ropes nails Dust in the side of the head, dropping her down to the canvas. And XANDRA is going to follow that up with the bailout. This is a possible pin attempt. Pin is on a roll of 4 or lower. A one-time roll, but on a roll of 12, Dust kicks out of that one, and the action will continue. XANDRA follows that up with another bailout. This time the submission is a roll of 5 or lower. Excuse me, the pin is a roll of 5 or lower, and we're going to see a pin save attempt, and it is Courtney Rush coming into the ring to break the hold. That costs their team a pin save attempt, but it costs Dust another point of fatigue. Into the ring comes Casey for a double team, and on a roll of 7, it is a hard, bone-crunching double clothesline on Dust that puts her back down to the canvas, and Casey now is in control. Casey with a drop kick that nails Dust and knocks her back to the canvas. Dust slow to get to her feet, as Casey picks her up and slams her down to the canvas hard in a body slam. Dust this time quickly gets to her feet, and as Casey comes in, it is Dust who catches her and drops her across the shoulder with a chin breaker. Casey was coming in a little slow. Dust got to her knees, grabbed Casey around the back of the neck, dropped to the floor, dropped to the mat, driving her own shoulder into the chin of Casey with that chin breaker, and Casey is down. Dust with a chance to do some damage here. It's going to be a whip out to the arena floor. And Dust is going to try for the suicide dive. On a roll of 9, she is not able to get to the suicide dive in time. And on a roll of 7, it is Casey who wins the brawl on the arena floor. She is by far the better brawler compared to the smaller Dust. And it is going to be a booty splash from Casey now that action returns to the ring. Casey with that big booty splash. Can she go for the finisher here? On a roll of 4, it's going to be a perfect plex. And down goes Dust again. Into the ring comes XANDRA for a double team. And on a roll of 7, another crushing double clothesline from the team of BALESPIN. And XANDRA BALE now is going to go to the whip out of the ring. Out to the arena floor we go once again. Neither of these ladies is known for their out of the ring brawling. But on a roll of 7, it is Dust who has to crawl helplessly back into the ring to beat the 10 count. XANDRA is ready and waiting, and is going to follow that up with another code red. This time she's not going to be able to force the submission as Dust works her way to the bottom rope. And it is now a spinning heel kick attempt from XANDRA BALE. She hits her with a spinning heel kick, and now a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Dust. And on a roll of 7, XANDRA drops down. Dust comes off the ropes from the opposite side. Here's another drop down. And on the third attempt, it is a big running knee smash from XANDRA that puts Dust back down onto the canvas. Dust in some trouble here as XANDRA scores with the big high knee smash. And now here's an enziguri from XANDRA that takes Dust back down to the canvas. Dust in some trouble here. And now a wheelbarrow bulldog from XANDRA BALE, getting the best of Dust again and taking her back down to the mat. She's going to follow that up with a hard kick to the chest. And now a tag to Casey. We're going to see a double team. And on a roll of 4, it is a devastating double team move from XANDRA and Casey. This time it was Casey with a big perfect plex that took Dust down, and XANDRA dropped the leg. And that is going to get another point of fatigue added to Dust, and Dust is in trouble here. What's Casey going to do? Casey's going to go for the booty splash. Didn't get all of it. Dust gets to her feet. Another booty splash. Again, Dust gets to her feet. Courtney Rush at ringside, desperate to tag back into the match. Here is a running clothesline from Casey, and Dust goes down once again. Tag back to XANDRA for another attempted double team. And this time it is a deadly elbow smash coming from XANDRA off the far ropes. As Casey was holding her in place, Dust is still staggered, and Casey is going to try for the running cutter. Excuse me, XANDRA is going to try for the running cutter. She is going to need a roll of 11 or lower to connect on that. She gets it. And Dust is still hurt. Casey follows that up with another stiff, XANDRA follows that up with another stiff enziguri. Dust is still hurt. XANDRA with a flying drop kick. Can Dust get over and make the tag? On a roll of 3, she gets over and makes the tag, and Courtney finally makes the hot tag into the ring. Classic tag team wrestling from the team of BALESPIN. But Courtney is in the ring now, and she goes with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes XANDRA, and on a roll of 8, it is a running knee smash from Courtney that nails XANDRA and shoves her back into the corner. Courtney follows that up. She's going to go for the octopus stretch in the corner. This is a brutal move, but it does require a choice roll, and it is going to require a roll of 7 or lower to complete this. And on a roll of 7, she locks it in. And XANDRA is hurt. Courtney follows that up with a butterfly suplex that takes XANDRA down to the canvas. Courtney follows that up with a T-bone suplex, and this time XANDRA goes down and stays down. Can Courtney get a finisher? Here is a top rope cross body. Didn't get all of that one. XANDRA gets up to one knee. Courtney follows that up with another butterfly suplex, and XANDRA is trying to crawl over and tag out. And on a roll of three, she is able to get out and make the tag to Casey Spinelli. The two fresher partners are in the match for their respective teams. Casey comes in and is going to try for a chin breaker. That requires a choice roll of 8 or lower. And that is a leaner, so we'll try it again. On a roll of 9, Courtney is able to dodge that one. And it is Courtney who comes back with a short clothesline that takes Casey down to the canvas. Casey able to get over and make the tag back into XANDRA as the BALESPIN team continues to control the action in their side of the ring. XANDRA tries that head scissors, but Courtney reverses that, and Courtney sends XANDRA into the ropes. Whip to the ropes. Oh, off the ropes on a roll of 3. It is an awesome pile driver as Courtney set herself too soon. XANDRA picked her up and dropped her with an awesome pile driver, and it is XANDRA now in control. And XANDRA who is going to try for a whip out of the ring. Out of the ring goes Courtney Rush. Can XANDRA hit the suicide dive on a roll of 9? She is not able to get there in time for the suicide dive. And on a roll of 5, it is Courtney who wins the brawl outside of the ring, smashing XANDRA onto the announcer's table. We will not see a disqualification for that. We will see Courtney in control as action comes back into the ring. Here's a flying cross body block off the top rope, and XANDRA goes back down to the canvas hard. Neither team able to get a finisher in here lately, but Courtney with a monkey flip takes XANDRA up and down. Can XANDRA make the defensive tag? No. She is unable to make the tag. As Courtney follows that up with a butterfly suplex, taking XANDRA down to the mat. Here's a tag to Dust, and we're going to see a double team from Paradise Lost. But oh, this time XANDRA ducks out of the way of the double team, and it is a collision between Courtney Rush and Dust, and XANDRA is able to take control. XANDRA with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Courtney, and on a roll of 7, it is a big side kick from XANDRA that takes Courtney back down to the canvas. XANDRA back in control. Here's a flying drop kick from XANDRA. Glancing blow. Takes Courtney off balance, but Courtney follows right up by shoving XANDRA into the corner and working her with punches to the midsection. And XANDRA crumbles into the corner as Courtney pummeled her with those punches. Courtney now is going to go for the Indian Deathlock. She's going to go for the Indian Deathlock. That takes a choice roll, and on a roll of 6, she is able to get the Indian Deathlock in place, and XANDRA is hurt. What's XANDRA going to do here? Here's a Northern Lights suplex. Can XANDRA get out and make the tag? She is able to get over and make the tag to Casey, and the match continues. This is a fine tag team match. You can see where both these teams have great chemistry and great ability to tag in and out. And this time it is Casey grabbing a reverse chin lock on Courtney just to slow the action down. Casey follows that up with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Courtney Rush, and on a roll of 8, it is Casey Spinelli with a high backdrop that takes Courtney down to the canvas. Courtney hits hard, and Casey remains in control. Here is a big power slam, body slam by Casey that puts Courtney down, and Courtney is hurt. Casey's going to follow that up with the booty splash. And Courtney is slumping down in the corner. Courtney slow to get to her feet as Casey with another body slam puts her back on the canvas. Casey follows that up with a shove into the corner and just talking some trash. Can Courtney get over and make the tag? Yes, Courtney makes the tag, and into the ring comes Dust to square off with Casey Spinelli. Dust now with an attempted hip toss. That's a power move, and that's not going to work on Casey. Casey instead counters with a body slam that takes Dust down to the mat hard. Casey in control. Casey with another side body slam. Dust is going to try and make a tag here. Can she get to the corner? No, she cannot. Here comes XANDRA into the ring. We're going to see a double team. And on a roll of 8 is an elbow smash from XANDRA that takes Dust down to the canvas once again. Here's a whip to the turnbuckle. Dust comes off the turnbuckle. And on a roll of 4, it is Dust who bounces off the turnbuckle and nails XANDRA with a skull-crushing running lariat. And XANDRA is hurt. Dust now in control. Dust with a double knee to the back. XANDRA goes down. Can she get that defensive tag? Yes, she does. Another defensive tag and another opportunity missed as Dust hit that big move but allowed XANDRA to escape for the tag. And now it is Casey who is going to the rocking horse, trying to cinch in that submission style move. Dust is able to get out and make the tag to COURTNEY. I am going to try something just to see if this works. I have been wanting to try this, and let's try I'm going to try a dice tower here. And tell me, you guys in the chat room, how this looks. I'm unsure about this because of the way it puts shadows on the ring. But just to control my dice better, I think this is going to work. So we'll drop the dice here, and they don't come out far enough for folks to see. But it is Casey with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes COURTNEY. And on a roll of 5, it is COURTNEY who is going to nail Casey with a flying shoulder tackle. COURTNEY now in control. And she is going to go for that octopus stretch once again. This is a choice chart maneuver. And it is going to take a roll of 10 or lower to complete this. And on a roll of 10, she locks it in. And Casey is hurt. COURTNEY still in control. COURTNEY with a monkey flip. Up, over, and down goes Casey. Can Casey make the tag? On a roll of 3, she makes the defensive tag. Tell me how you guys like the dice tower as opposed to the little dice tray. I might need to use brighter colored dice for this, but for the time being, we will go with what we've got as XANDRA comes into the ring and locks on a headlock. And from the headlock, she is going to go for the monkey flip. Up, over, and down goes COURTNEY. And now it's another whip to the turnbuckle. Whip to the turnbuckle by XANDRA. And on a roll of 9, it is a big kick by XANDRA that takes COURTNEY down to the mat. XANDRA follows that up with another whip to the ropes. And off the ropes comes COURTNEY, and on a roll of 5, it is a flying shoulder tackle from COURTNEY that puts XANDRA down to the mat. Back and forth we go. And it is COURTNEY this time with a whip to the ropes of her own. Off the ropes comes XANDRA on a roll of 6. That's the drop down. And on a roll of 5, this time it is XANDRA who comes with the flying shoulder tackle. Back and forth we go. XANDRA in control now with a spinning heel kick. She nails the spinning heel kick. And COURTNEY is hurt. XANDRA follows that up with a flying drop kick. COURTNEY is hurt again. Here's a tag to Casey and a double team attempt, but on a roll of 10, that is a collision between the members of BALESPIN, and that gives COURTNEY the opportunity to take control. COURTNEY with a T-bone suplex takes XANDRA down to the canvas hard. Can XANDRA make the tag? Yes, she does. Boy, the defensive tag rolls have been coming up for both these teams, and that has been the thing that has kept this match running so long, is both teams are making those defensive tags. Here's a shoulder block by Casey. This time COURTNEY unable to make the tag, and Casey follows that up with a tiger bomb. Big move by Casey that smashes COURTNEY down to the mat. And here's another tag, another tiger bomb, and now COURTNEY is going to go for the pin. Count of 1. Count of 2. And now Dust is going to have to come in for the pin save. And on a roll of 9, the pin save is not successful. That costs them their last pin save opportunity. And on a roll of 7 or lower, COURTNEY Rush will be pinned. And on a roll of 5, she got her. All right, so Casey Spinelli pins Courtney Rush. After that big Tiger Bomb. And it is the team of BALESPIN that is your #1 contenders for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. They will go on to face the team of Leva Bates and Allison Danger for the Tag Team Championships. We're going to try repositioning this because it's hard to see the wrestlers and the fatigue tokens when we put the dice tower in front of the in front of the wrestler cards that way. So still trying to find the best configuration for how to do dice and cards and charts all on one table. So I appreciate in the chat room the feedback that y'all are providing with regards to the setup. But BALESPIN is your winner, and they move on to challenge for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. And indeed, Tribe Fan, that was a heck of a match by all 4 participants. 2 fine tag teams squaring off for the opportunity to move on for the Tag Team Championship. So congratulations to the team of Casey Spinelli and XANDRA BALE, who move on to that championship match. Now we come to our main event of the evening. This is for the Heartland Ladies Championship. Your champion is SHERRI MARTEL, and she has dominated this title. But she has a tough challenge in the person of Mercedes Martinez. How about this setup? This might work. Move the dice a little closer there so we can see both wrestler cards and we can see the fatigue tokens. And if I have a tag match, I can do the tag matches up and down instead of side by side. Charts here. Dice tower there should be fine if the wrestler's name and fatigue can be seen. Alright, so we'll give this a try as SHERRI MARTEL takes on Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes now has been wrestling in NXT for some time and was part of the infamous Retribution faction under a mask, and for some reason Mercedes is no longer part of that faction, which is probably good for her anyways because that faction was pretty much going nowhere. But she is a fine technical wrestler and a fine ambassador for the sport of professional wrestling. She's been around for a long time. 5'7", 135 pounds, former college basketball player out of Connecticut. And of course, anybody who followed wrestling in the 70s and 80s is very familiar with sensational SHERRI MARTEL, who had a great career as a wrestler, great career as a valet. SHERRI MARTEL pretty much single-handedly put Shawn Michaels' singles career on the map when he was just getting started after coming out of the tag team with Marty Jannetty. Beloved figure by everyone that knew her within the wrestling business until her death a few years back. So SHERRI, may she rest in peace. And Mercedes Martinez is challenging her for the Heartland Ladies Championship here this evening from Chicago. And the opening roll goes to the champion, SHERRI MARTEL, who takes the initiative. And SHERRI immediately is going to come out with a drop kick. That is a choice B roll, which means that we can go to an agility roll of 7 or a turnbuckle roll of A. She's going to try the agility of 7 or lower, and on a 9 she is unable to connect. So Mercedes avoids the drop kick, and it is Mercedes who comes back with a arm drag that takes SHERRI down to the canvas. Arm drag by Mercedes. She follows that up with a shot to the face. That's another choice roll, and that's going to take a 6 or lower. And on a roll of 9, SHERRI dodges the shot to the face. And it is SHERRI who comes back with a kick to the ribs, and Mercedes is staggered. Another kick to the ribs. Mercedes fires back this time, and it is Mercedes with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Sherri, and on a roll of 6, that's the drop down. Off the far ropes comes Sherri, and on a roll of 7, that is a backdrop that takes Sherri up and down to the canvas. Mercedes follows that up with a spine buster, but Sherri powers her way out of that attempted spine buster, and it is Sherri with a hard clothesline that staggers Mercedes and makes her stagger back. Sherri has this opponent well scouted. She knows her way around the squared circle. Sherri in control now, goes with another hard clothesline, and Mercedes is down. Sherri is going to follow that up with a choke on the top rope, just choking Mercedes down, trying to weaken her. She follows that up with another hard clothesline. Mercedes still not going to go off her feet. As the match continues, here is a double leg takedown from Sherri and a spinning toe hold. Nice submission move there, but the long arms of Mercedes, she's able to get her way to the bottom rope to force the break of that hold. And it is Sherri who comes back now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Mercedes. And on a roll of 10, it is a running double clothesline. Both ladies go down. And both have the B rating on the ropes chart. So it is the wrestler on offense, Sherri, who is first to her feet. And she is in control, and she is going to pitch Mercedes out of the ring, and here we go. Mercedes out of the ring, but on a roll of 6, it is Mercedes who wins the brawl on the arena floor, grabbing Sherri and smashing her onto the announcer's table. Could this be a disqualification? No. Mercedes in control now, and Mercedes with a brainbuster. Down hard goes Sherri. And now Sherri rolls out of the ring of her own accord. And it is another brawl on the arena floor. And on a roll of 7, that is the best man wins roll, or in this case, the best lady wins roll. And since they're both A-rated on the arena floor, Mercedes is the wrestler on offense. She wins the brawl. And Mercedes maintains control. Here's another brainbuster from Mercedes. Out of the ring again goes Sherri. And we will not see any shenanigans yet, but don't count that out from either of these ladies. This time it is another brawl on the arena floor, and Mercedes, the wrestler on offense, once again wins the brawl. Mercedes in control, and out of the ring we go for a third consecutive time. Still no shenanigans here. Sherri rolls on the out of the ring chart, and finally it is a wild brawl that both ladies are going to have to roll disqualification. We may see a double disqualification here. On a roll of 4 and 7, there is no DQ for Sherri. And on a roll of 7, there is no DQ for Mercedes. Both these ladies have a disqualification rating of 5. It is tradition for most players of Filsinger games that we roll that roll twice before we call a disqualification. So Sherri failed the first but passed the second. She was not disqualified. Mercedes passed that roll on the first try. Now we go to an odd even roll to see who wins the brawl. Sherri gets the even roll, Mercedes gets the odd roll, and on a roll of 1, Mercedes again wins the brawl. Mercedes doing a good job handling these brawls on the arena floor to go toe-to-toe with Sherri and maintain control. And now on a roll of 4, it's going to be the 3 amigas from Mercedes Martinez. Those 3 vertical suplexes that she uses to pay tribute to her hero, the late great Eddie Guerrero. After the 3 suplexes, Mercedes is going to follow that up with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Sherri. And on a roll of 9, it is a collision in the middle of the ring. And that goes to whichever wrestler has the greater power rating. In this case, Sherri has the higher power rating. So Sherri now gains control after that collision as she takes Mercedes down to the canvas. Sherri follows that up with a running knee lift. And Mercedes is going to go out of the ring. Mercedes is going to try and take a breather out there. And on a roll of 6, Sherri comes out, but Mercedes again wins the brawl on the arena floor. And Mercedes regains control of this match. 3 amigas once again. Sherri is hurt. A spine buster from Mercedes. Sherri is still hurt. Mercedes with another spine buster. Sherri is still hurt, but will not stay down. Here's a gut buster from Mercedes, punishing Sherri with these tosses around the ring. Here's another gut buster. Sherri still hurt. Another gut buster. Sherri finally to her feet. Mercedes tries to follow that up and knocks her down with a running clothesline. Sherri back to her feet. Here is a leg sweep from Mercedes, taking Sherri down. Sherri back to her feet. Mercedes with a power slam. That is a power move. She cannot get Sherri up. Sherri is the stronger wrestler, and Sherri with a kick to the ribs puts an end to that flurry. Sherri has the power advantage. Mercedes unable to complete the power slam. That puts Sherri back in control. And with a kick to the ribs, Sherri gets another kick to the ribs to Mercedes, punishing those ribs. Mercedes grabs Sherri into a chin lock. And now Mercedes is going to try, cannot get the power slam. Here's a forearm smash from Sherri into the ribs of Mercedes, those damaged ribs. Sherri comes back now with a whip to the ropes. Into the ropes goes Mercedes, off the ropes, and on a roll of 8, it is a hard back elbow from Sherri that puts Mercedes back down to the canvas. Sherri follows that up with another forearm smash, punishing the ribs of Mercedes again, continuing to punish those ribs. Here's another whip to the ropes. And coming off the ropes, it is a hard kick from Sherri into the ribs of Mercedes. Sherri working those ribs effectively. And now Sherri with a spinning toe hold. Again goes to the spinning toe hold. She cannot force Mercedes to submit, but she has put her down with that spinning toe hold. She uses it again. What's Sherri going to do now? She's going to go for a camel clutch. This is a choice roll. And she is going to need an 8 or lower to cinch in the camel clutch. And on a roll of 8, she's got it locked in. And she is going to get a submission attempt here. This is going to be a 3-count opportunity, but Mercedes powers out of that on the first try. And the match continues. Sherri now with a death jump. And on a death jump roll of 8, that is a clean hit. That is a flying forearm off of the top rope. Mercedes is down, and Sherri is once again in control. And Sherri just pitches Mercedes out of the ring. Here we go again. And Mercedes and Sherri battle it out on the arena floor. And this time it is Sherri who wins the brawl. And Sherri is going to go for another out of the ring. Will we see some shenanigans here? On a roll of 9, we have out of the ring ringside mayhem. To the ringside mayhem chart we go. What is going to happen here? On a roll of 5, we go to the foreign object chart. A foreign object is coming into play. What sort of foreign object will it be? On a roll of 5, it's going to be the title belt. They're battling it out over the title belt. Who is going to get control of the title belt? This is going to take a gut check roll. And on the gut check roll, Sherri rolls a 7. You subtract the cage rating and the fatigue, so that becomes a 4. Mercedes rolls a 9, which becomes a 6. So Mercedes wins the battle over the title belt, and it is Mercedes who cracks Sherri upside the head with the title belt. Yes, I made this foreign object chart myself, Brandon. This is a homebrewed chart. So there is a smash with the title belt on the head of Sherri Martel. This could be a disqualification, but on a roll of 7, the referee is going to let him fight. And that is our first time on the arena floor. So each time out to the arena floor, we get higher rolls and more likelihood of mayhem. Yes, Mercedes has smashed Sherri with a title belt. And, oh, she's going to go for the Fisherman's Buster. That is the finisher. That is a +2 finisher. So on a single roll of 4 or lower, we're going to have a new champion here. And on a roll of 11, Sherri kicks out. Oh my goodness, the Fisherman Buster. Sherri was able to kick out of that. She's not ready to give up on this match just yet. But Mercedes is in control, and she is going to go for a death jump. Actually, that is a choice G, which is a death jump or a tombstone pile driver on 6 or lower. So it's really 50-50. And in this case, we are going to go for the... We're going to go for broke. We're going to go for the death jump. And on a roll of 9, it is Mercedes who nails the flying clothesline off of the top turnbuckle and puts Sherri back down to the canvas hard. Sherri is an A-rated defender of the death jump, but Mercedes connected that time. And here it's out of the ring we go once again. And this time it is the double disqualification roll. Will they disqualify Sherri? Here's a roll of 5. And another roll of 5. Sherri has been disqualified. Will this be a double DQ? No. So, as a result of a brawl on the arena floor, Sherri Martel has been disqualified. Mercedes Martinez is your winner by disqualification after a wild brawl. These two are going to hook it up again, and it will be no disqualification when these two meet again. My goodness, what a brawl we have seen between those two. As Sherri Martel has been disqualified after a brawl on the arena floor. Let's go to the disqualification table and see if anything is going to happen here. And on a roll of 7, the disqualified wrestler attacks the opponent. So Sherri is coming after Mercedes. Following the disqualification, the action will continue. On the attack table, these are all homemade charts of my own for situations like this, when a standard disqualification roll just will not get it done. What is going to happen on this attack? On a roll of 9, Mercedes Martinez is going to be rescued by outside allies. So referees from the dressing room come in to rescue Mercedes Martinez after that post-match attack by Sherri Martel. And on a roll of 1 or a 2, this is going to turn into a feud match. And it's a roll of a 1. So after that wild brawl on the arena floor, we are going to see a steel cage match for the title the next time these two ladies meet up, and that is going to be a slobber knocker. We are going to sign that for Buckeye Bowl on New Year's Day. It will be a steel cage match between Sherri Martel and Mercedes Martinez for the Heartland Ladies Championship. There will be no countouts. There will be no disqualifications. It will just be the steel cage match between these two women. So congratulations to Mercedes Martinez. She is the winner of today's main event with a disqualification victory over Sherri Martel. But as our Red Sox fan correctly points out, you do not lose the title on a disqualification. You can lose the title in a steel cage match, though. So it is going to be a Donnybrook when these two meet again in the steel cage. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today for action from Heartland Ladies Wrestling. Once again, Mercedes Martinez, the winner in your main event. Congratulations as well to SARAYA Knight, who successfully defended the Mistress of Mayhem Championship, and the team of BALESPIN, XANDRA BALE and Casey Spinelli, your winners in the #1 Contenders match, who have earned a title match for the Heartland Ladies Championship. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us here today from the Dave Cave for Heartland Ladies Wrestling action. And thank you to our Red Sox fan, Brandon Baker, Philip Reynolds, Tribe Fan 879, Amish Elvis. Good crowd today here in the Dave Cave. Thank you all for joining us today. That's our stream, and I am out of here.